Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Kotie's Kingdom, guys. This is episode 20, 1/4 of the Big 100. We're back once again in the cave where we ended up building this in the last episode in order to have melons and pumpkins just come into, or come near the tunnel. Now I want to start off today's episode by saying thank you guys so much for the support over the last month or so. We have gained over 160 subscribers on this channel. There's over 160 of you guys joining in, and that is absolutely wonderful. I've never thought it'd go this fast. So if you guys are still watching, then thank you so much. Also, any newcomers who decided to start from episode 20 or something, or made it to episode 20 by now. But yeah, so we started down here, and we got all that done, and it's working wonderfully. I fixed the issue I had with things not going in the chest, I think. We can actually go ahead and check that out real quick. Because now I'm doubting myself. No, I didn't. Okay, things are just getting stuck. I have no idea why. Which means we are losing so much stuff. Look at this. No. This is horrible. This is actually horrible. There's so many things that I don't want to lose here. Okay. And things are dropping in here because now everything is full. Great. Okay, besides losing stuff, that is fine. I'm going to figure out how to solve that later on. It is actually going to be an annoying fix because I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, so in today's episode, guys, I wanted to work on two different things. I want to get the layout over of the Kingdom of New Village done. And that should take me some time. So that is something we're going to do as the second part of this episode. But then I also wanted to mention that we expanded this farm down here to get more pumpkins and melons, as well as added this little place over here. Now, I want to work on a bamboo farm because I am so tired of using coal for the furnace system, and that would also allow me to upgrade the furnace system because it is actually quite small. We've got 8 furnaces. 8 furnaces. That is not much. So I found a simpler way of doing the redstone and so on for that, which we'll work on in another episode. But we're going to be working on a bamboo farm, and I'll quickly just explain why we have this monstrosity here. I see a lot of people making a bamboo farm and then sending all of the bamboo into a furnace array, and then that's it. And I'm thinking, well, what are you gonna do if you want to make scaffolding, right? You're not gonna. Are you gonna make a new bamboo farm? Are you gonna break your transfer method and so on? So what I've done is I've set up this little thing. What it is it is a sort of temporary storage holder thing. I don't know what to call it. It allows me to put items in here. We're just going to do that for now. And things will go into this chest. But the catch of this is that once this chest is full, it sends a signal that is stronger than this one. And therefore it disables, or then it will turn on here. That is sort of how the side comparator works things. It is kind of complicated. But yeah, so once this chest is full, it turns off this redstone torch and it turns off this hopper. So it stops it from being locked. And then all things will simply just flow down instead. And then we can send it off to a furnace array or something. For now, I think it's actually not going anywhere. For now, I wanted it to just go into this chest when testing. And I don't have enough items to fill this up with. But what that means is I will always have a double chest of bamboo available before it gets sent off anywhere else. It means that I'm going to have to AFK for a little bit before anything gets sent over to the furnace area. But I think we should be good. So all we need to do now for this to work is obviously have some kind of bamboo farm here. And send all of the bamboo into this hopper line here, and then hook this up to over that, which shouldn't actually take too long. I'm going to go ahead and build the same sort of design as the sugarcane farm. The harvesting mechanic is going to be a little different, so I will link the tutorial to that. It is a method that is super complicated, and it explains so well by Mango. And of course, we are using a design from him, because we always do. But one day, by the way, I want to make super huge farms that may not be as efficient as these ones, but I want to make my own designs as well. So for now, it's just I need bamboo, and it's so small, it's so efficient, and it's gonna break one day. And when that breaks, we'll make our own. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this, and then we will be back. The farm is now done, and I think it's about to test it now. As you can see, this design is something that I'm glad I didn't have to come up with. It is quite easy to understand actually, but it is like super weird in terms of like how did you figure all this out and so on. Like it uses an iron door. I don't even know. So all the bamboo sadly ends up in this corner, which means I should have built the farm the other way around. I feel like you could, but Yeah, I think that's fine. We're just gonna have to reroute it over here. And I honestly don't think that this one hopper is gonna do it because this farm produces 40,000 bamboo an hour. It is crazy. So let's try and turn it on. And it works. That is awesome. Look at all that bamboo just flying in. Let's go over and have a look. The farm is a little noisy, but I mean, that's fine. Yeah, it's given me a lot of bamboo. So every time we pick up 4 bamboo, we pretty much smelted 1 item. That is the goal at least. And my god, this is crazy. Alright, so the farm works. I'm really happy about that. And then we need to figure out how we're actually going to put it to this system because I don't think there's enough hoppers. Lots of thinking later. So guys, I think I've sorted out how we're going to do the storage. As you can see, we still have 1 chest and it will fill up from picking up items from these hoppers. And obviously when all this is full, then we should be good to go. Now, if any items make it past this point, then they'll right now just go into a cactus because we haven't hooked it up to the next area. But one thing I do want to do is insert a soul sand block underneath here. So how do we do that without breaking things? There you go. So what that should do now is just send them up way faster, as you can see. And we may need some more glass. Do I have any? That is a good question. I don't think so. I just turned block noises off because that door sound up there is horrendous. So yeah, that should be it. So now we are still getting all the bamboo from the farm, but we can also send it off elsewhere once it's been running for a while. And I think I'm overall happy with what's here. Obviously, we need to pretty up the room because it looks pretty awful. It is literally just a farm and transportation tubes and so on. But in terms of design, I think basically we're going to just play around with what we usually do. So make it similar to this room because it's sort of like connected. This is going to be the chest that we can see. There you go. So as you can see, like all of this will be hidden. I will make this lever like, I will move it over so I can activate the farm when we are closer. Let's go and turn off for now. And then I can go ahead and turn on block sounds. But yeah, overall, really happy with how many items we're getting. This is just insane. We've barely been running the farm, and this can already smelt over 260 items, which is pretty goddamn intense. So imagine if I let this build up for over an hour, and all the things would just hop into the system down below. We'd be able to smelt so many items, and that is what I'm aiming for. No longer having to use coal, because my coal is precious, and as you can see, I need it for torches everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pretty up this room, guys, and then I'll be back once it is looking a little nicer. This is what I've got for now. We are going to revisit it one day, add a little more depth to it, and so on. Make it a little more jungle-like, so we need more leaves and so on. But I really want to focus on the... Whoa, that's full. I really want to focus on the next part of this episode, which is the new village in the kingdom. So I think we're going to head over there. I'm going to pack up my stuff, and then we're going to work on the layout over there instead. We're over by the kingdom, and I think we need to do a change of plan, guys. I've just been laying out where I want the road to go, because we aren't actually done here. This isn't the final place for it. And let me show you instead of trying to explain it right now. So we've got the main village here, or one of the villages here, which is a part of the kingdom. It's looking pretty nice, I must say. We haven't touched the interior yet, but that's fine. It's pretty much done. And then it leads over to the road over here of the actual kingdom, where we'll have things this way and that way. Now this way is the next village or part of the kingdom, and I've just been flying around here trying to lay out the path, and this is sort of where I want the whole thing to start. Now this is going to have a market, massive houses, and even the start of the castle wall over in this direction. And that means that we simply just don't have enough space. You can see this mountain is in the way. This is just literally all of it is in the way. Because, yeah, I kind of don't want it here. We'll do our own terrain. You guys know that. I've said that a billion times now. So we might have to change plans and tear down this mountain before we can do anything. It sounds crazy, but I think with the right amount of TNT and a lot of time, we can definitely do it. I might even extend this a little more because it doesn't really fill my needs. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of all this. Obviously not all in today's episode, because as you can see, there is a lot to it, and this is gonna be a long project. But I think it is time to start that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go collect a bunch of sand, and then we are gonna get a lot of gunpowder from the mob farm, which is already good to go. And then we're gonna try and blow up as much of this place as possible, and then tomorrow I'll tackle this off camera. And I'll kind of show you guys the update in the next episode. So the other thing I want to get done today then is sort of build the houses, or at least start laying it out and build one of the houses that leads over to this area. So there's still a part of the sort of royal kingdom, or the royal village, I suppose it is. But there's sort of more on the outskirts, like that's where you would place that dude who does well in the house, but he's not really too well known, so we'll just give him that cool looking house there. And so on. I don't think anyone has that title. Can you imagine? Like you're working in a big castle for one of the biggest guys in town, and they'll just give you a free house because, you did alright. Oh no. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get the TNT, and then we're gonna watch this mountain just blow up. It's gonna be so anticlimactic. Hopefully not. So guys, I've been working on just plumping TNT all over this mountain. There's nothing inside the mountain. I was thinking about doing that, just to have the whole thing go away, but I think I'm just gonna take a few runs with this TNT. You can see we still have a bit left. I actually need to AFK overnight over by the mob farm to get some more gunpowder. We still have a double chest worth of it, but I'm gonna need a lot more if I want to get rid of all of this. So I think blow it up might be a useful way of doing it. I've just set up this redstone line here. I'm not going to do this in the future, but I decided to do it now just so we can get a nice view of the explosion. And let's go ahead and activate it, hopefully. Oh yeah, the top one's on. Let's see. Please activate everything and just blow up the entirety of the place. Yep. I mean, some of it didn't turn on for some odd reason. I thought I'd plonked down enough TNT. Ah. That was not enough. I also thought we were closer, by the way, so that we could at least hear the explosion. There you go. That's better. It seems like I didn't plunk down enough. I literally thought that the explosion rate would be decent enough to make everything blow up, because I kept just... Look at that. How? How did that not set anything off? Okay. We're just gonna have to shoot all of them, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just gonna work on blowing all of this off, blowing it up off camera, and I think I'll just do it in sort of layers, so that now I'll just do the same thing with TNT. It's gonna be a little more time consuming, but it's also the easiest way of doing it instead of digging into the mountain and calculating it all and so on. I don't really care about that. I just want to have some fun with TNT, because I think ideally it is faster just using, I don't know, like insta mining with haste, but I mean, it's not as fun, is it? It's just blowing up the entire thing. So I'm just gonna walk around and see, is this actually gonna be enough? I'm gonna test it here. Just do that. I want to test if this is enough. Yeah, I think that's good. As said, this can take some time, so I'll be back once we have a bit more progress with this. Nah, we need more TNT. So guys, it is officially the next day. I decided to head off for the night, and I have been AFK over at the mob farm, and I'm actually really scared about this. Just because we don't know what's going to happen, because I've never let it run for this long. So if you come on down here, I want to go ahead and disable it. There you go. Just so that we don't have the mob farm running at all time. And as you can see, the mobs are still flying down. It is crazy. But I want to head down and see how much gunpowder and such we have. I'm expecting... Whoa! A lot. I'm expecting a lot. So, honestly, less than I thought it would be. I feel like the rotten flesh one, you could, like, it really shows how little rotten flesh we're meant to get from this farm. We got a lot of string, and then this many chests, or double chests, full of gunpowder. So that is awesome. We can now make a bunch more TNT. And I just thought I'd show you guys what this farm gives you overnight. Because we're running out of space for bones and such. And what's in here? That's decent. I've also finally hooked up some like cactus or something just so that if it does overflow, things will just fly to that. We're back over at the kingdom once again, and I think it is time to start building a house or something. As you guys can see, I've been working a bit on the path, and we're still limited by having to take all this down because I wanted the whole thing to sort of be right here. So we're gonna work on taking that down at some point. And today I want to focus on sort of showing you guys the style of the buildings that will be here. This is going to be a really small building, but it is the first one I actually want to work with because it will give us a good idea of what this village is going to be like. But imagine that a house would probably be that big. So it will be a lot bigger than this, but this small house probably won't be just because, yeah, it's a small house, but it gives us a good idea of the entire outline. So the main blocks we're going to be using are stone brick and birchwood. Yes, we're actually building out of completely new blocks that doesn't make any sense compared to this. We're also going to be using some quartz and some color. We're probably doing, as you can see, the purple terracotta. So we need to find a mesa at some point. Yeah, let's get started with this thing here. So that is sort of the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and use a stone cutter real quick to get some stairs and slabs because we're going to need that next. I'm sort of just taking you guys through the process of building the first house at least, just because that way you can really see how I'm doing it, and also it's just quite nice actually. Oh, that was not intentional. Now on the front part here, I'm just going to be doing a lot of like slabs and stairs, and then we're going to add depth to the house, which is something we didn't really do with the other one. So I'm really excited to see how this house is going to look. So yeah, again, we're just going to run this over like that. And then on these sides, it'll just sort of have what we have available. I don't know how to really explain it. It'll just be a lot of like a stair on the side and then just slabs connecting it together. But then the reason why I'm adding something more here is just to give it a little more detail. That's something I want to have a lot more of on these houses, just because they are like the rich areas, so it would make sense if there's a lot more to it than on the other ones. And let's see, can I remember this? Yes, awesome. We're gonna make every single house different compared to over here where it's very similar. If you think about it, this is like the poor area, so they didn't really have the creativity in terms of funding and all that. They just had this house design and they thought, yeah, that'll do. So let's get to the birchwood now. That is something that I've really been excited for because birchwood is such an awesome block. Like, ever since they changed the color of it, it just looks so much nicer. And the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is wherever there's a corner, we're going to apply the corner birch log just so that no matter what side you're on, it'll still be the full bark. And then we are just going to connect up the birch wood here. Like so. Obviously, there's going to be a door here, so we'll leave that for now. Yeah, we're going to leave that and put actual planks here, just because I feel like it would look nicer. And then once we've done all of this, wow, there's a lot to it. This is going to take up a lot of birchwood, this whole area. I'm just going to strip the entire thing, and this is where the color shines. Like, look at this beautiful color. It just goes so well with the stone brick. And I'm overall really excited to do a lot more building with this. Just, wow. Already now, it looks phenomenal. So the door goes in the center. We're going to go ahead and make a stair at some point. I don't really have one right now. There you go. But then we are just going to do another line of this. So the birch logs here. And that is sort of just how we're going to do the entire place. We are, as said, going to need some birch stairs. And then the door area is sort of done. I keep jumping on accident, and it's actually really annoying. So, yeah, all of this is just going to go pretty much all the way up. And we might add some details to it, such as windows. We're definitely going to have windows. But for now, I'm literally just going to fill out the entire thing, and then we'll figure out where we are doing the windows after. That is the next layer done. As you can see, this is sort of how tall the house is going to be, and then we'll have a roof going up, almost in the same style, but I found a way of doing the houses, which is so cool looking, and actually the smallest change ever. So you see how we got a stair facing this way, and then a stair, and then a block, and then it sort of just repeats that. I found out that if you place the outer stair the opposite way, and you exclude the stair on the inside, then it just looks so cool. So we're gonna definitely do that. And yeah, I'll kind of show you guys here in just a second. But we still need to continue working on the roof. And the way I'm gonna do this now is climb all the way up to the top. And then we need to place down these stairs here. That is sort of just adding quite a lot to it. And you might have noticed that I have left this place here empty. And that's because we're gonna add a layer of slabs all the way across instead, and that will just give it sort of a nice detail to it. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, that looks so amazing. We're gonna disregard this for now because it is a little different. Because sort of the roof will go like so and then go out a bit. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I'm gonna start working on the roof. So yeah, these are the corners where the roof will be, and we're simply just gonna go up by 2 blocks like so. I know this has a half slab, but disregarding that, when we go up by 2 blocks, place the stair this way. Then we're gonna need a block like that, and 2 blocks up, and then just keep doing this. And that should end up looking extremely sick. Let's just do it for a bit, and then we'll head down, and you can sort of get the idea of where I'm coming from. So again, 1 block up, because we already had 1, 2, and then just keep doing this. It is such a like similar design in terms of the roof, but it just changes it so much. It's incredible. So when we get to the sort of top here, then we are going to change it up a bit. We're going to do a normal block. Actually, something's wrong here. This shouldn't connect like this. Ah, I was really hoping it wouldn't be this side, because I thought I'd done that one right. Yeah, so I meant to start the roof here, of course, because the other one went in by 1 as well. So, again, I'm going to repeat this, and then we'll see what to do at the top. Okay, so we're getting to this area, and it is so simple what we're going to do at the top. I am simply just going to add something like this, but then I want to add some more blocks out on this end. So we're going to do a staircase and a staircase. And then we're going to place a block here and simply just 2 slabs. And if we go down and have a look, it should look pretty cool. There you go. And that also gives us an overall idea of what the house is going to be like. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to finish up a lot of the rest of the frame. And then I'll be back to show you guys what we have. This part of the house is pretty much done. There is, of course, stuff missing. Like, I think we want to have some windows up on these sides and so on, but I've generally just laid out the entire thing, and it is time to get started on the roof. So I'm gonna go and deposit all of my stone brick and so on, because we are now done with that. I don't think we're actually gonna need any more stone brick, and you can see all the TNT I managed to make with the sand that I had. But yeah, so we're gonna need a lot of spruce wood, actually. Funny enough, that's what we have been using the majority of the time for roofs and so on, and that is what we're gonna be using again on this build. So I'm going to start with just this, and we're going to build up. And the roof is actually going to be pretty similar to the other one. It's just going to be a combination of stairs, like so, and normal blocks. That is it. Stairs and normal blocks. So, really not much to it, but I just thought I'd show you guys anyway, just so that you don't get confused with how I did it and so on. And then when we get to areas like this, we're simply just going to wrap the roof around and just continue. So, yeah, there's nothing much to it. But if we go down, you can already see now the house is shaping up so nicely. It is a little bit of a small house, as I said, and it's very, like, boxy. But I think that is going to change with some of the other designs we're going to come up with. So, yeah, I'm going to finish this roof, and then we'll be back to start the detailing. The house is now finished. We haven't finished detailing around the side, but the overall house itself is done. So we're going to fly out here. You can see we got some windows in the back here. We do need to do some more detailing to it. I don't really know as of yet. And we also got some flower pots that needs flowers, as well as the windows done. I think it overall looks pretty good. I've also started doing the sort of gardening area out here. We are going to have to mix some spruce leaves in and get a few more of these flowers. But I didn't really have any more at the time being. But I overall think this is a really, really lovely house. Now, of course, the style is going to like stay the same and the block palette. But the house is going to be so different. And I quickly wanted to address that we'll only have a few houses on this part of the road. And then when you get to over here, that's where like the royalty area will start. And then one day we'll expand this way beyond this mountain, and that's why it's going to take a while to do this project, because I need to tear all of this down, which shouldn't actually be too big of a deal. I really love it doing that, and I find it so satisfying. I'm actually going to work on this in between episodes, so it should be done for the next episode. But yeah, that is the overall house done. We just need some more flowers and some more greenery in that, which I am going to do probably next episode to start off with. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I think that is all I've got time for today's episode. We have managed to start the next area finally. Been pushing it off a little bit, but we are getting started now, and this is the next big project. So the house is overall done. This is what we're going to be doing for every other area or every other house, the style, and I'm generally really happy with it. For some weird reason, these flowers down here, I just really like it. But yeah, that is going to be all. As I said, if you guys did enjoy this episode, then make sure to leave a like, and if you really did enjoy it, then make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for the next episode where this mountain behind me is gone. Hopefully, no guarantees. So have a wonderful day, guys, and once again, thank you for all of the support that's been on this series. It is actually phenomenal to see and just crazy. So yeah, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care, and goodbye.